Hi guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be analyzing two cryptocurrencies and one stock, VeChain, LITECOIN and Tesla. We will see where they might move over the next weeks. Please subscribe to our channel if you want us to keep releasing technical analysis for free. Well, if you want to receive our trading signals generated by our robot and our newsletter, then you might want to join our growing community on Patreon. You will find the link in the description field. Let's start with VeChain against US dollar on a daily basis. In the upper section we see the price inside two envelopes, while beneath we see two different kind of cycles. Now I've been calculating a 7 months average cycle for VeChain. So where we are, as you can see here, we calculate the cycles by linking the point of lows. Right now we are inside the ascending phase of the Gauss curve, yet we are approaching the ultimate momentum for the ascending phase. So we should be expecting then the descending phase. Now the current cycle started in November 20. And approximately we can state that we are going to see the descending phase of the Gauss curve closing around May, June. Okay, so where we might see a VeChain. So let's switch to the weekly chart and let's see this other view after having studied the cycles. So what we see here is a break above the fundamental area at 0.06. I've been alerting my patrons before 0.02 to open a buy long on VeChain, and we have actually hit the very first target at 0.04 and the second one at 0.06. Right now I would wait till the end of the week in order to check if the current long white candle will definitely break above 0.06. If we will see an increase in terms of volatility with an increase in terms of amplitude, which is the difference between the high and the low, and most importantly, a closure above the key threshold that is at 0.06 on Sunday, so at the end of the week, then we might enter with the very first target at 0.10 US dollar. But actually take into consideration that we are actually approaching the end of the current cycle, so this one will be let's say it will be a more dangerous trade when compared with the previous one that have been suggested. So in terms of risk reward ratio, obviously right now there are more risk to buy VeChain at those levels, and the reason is because I've been showing to you that we are at the end of the ascending phase, so we should be expecting soon the descending phase of the Gauss curve. So there is probably still time for a last uptrend momentum, yet keep in mind that now in terms of risk reward ratio, the risk reward ratio is higher than the one that we have been suggesting previously. Let's move on and let's analyze LITECOIN against US dollar. For LITECOIN, here we have the daily chart. Even in this case, we have the price envelope inside the two envelopes and two cycles. And as you can see here, this second cycle is telling us that the momentum is negative. Now let's switch to a different view in weekly chart. So what we see here is that LITECOIN right now is moving around 190, actually 200 US dollar. So where we might see LITECOIN moving over the next weeks. So let's analyze the volumes. Here we see a very first point of control. Now we have a second point of control. This one is a bearish pattern, so a long white candle, a doji, and then a long black candle. Okay, this actually bearish pattern is not obviously a good one if you want to enter long on buy on LITECOIN. Right now we could buy LITECOIN only at the break of 250. I would say 270, because we might see some spike and then we might see the price reversing back. So definitely we want to buy only at the break of 270 US dollar with a weekly closure. So we will be waiting at least for Sunday before entering. Right now there are no perfect conditions to enter on buy for LITECOIN. If we will be break above 270 US dollar, then we are definitely skyrocketing to a new all-time high. Same like for VeChain. Let's wait at the end of the week. in terms of risk reward ratio, right now this trade is has a much higher risk reward ratio when compared with the previous suggested ones. Let's move on. Let's analyze Tesla. With Tesla, I've been clearly calling a bearish trade at 867 US dollar. I've been calling a big sell short, and actually I was right. Here we have a weekly chart. What we can retrieve from the price action analysis, that the price was above the upper envelope, as I've been teaching you and explaining to you several times. The two envelopes should contain 95% of the data, which means actually Tesla was was actually trading at an very extreme level, yet we have not hit the lower band. So let's switch to the monthly chart in order to give you a view for the next 2 years, and here will be even more clear that actually we are still above the upper envelope. The lower envelope is passing by at right now 136 US dollar. Definitely we are going to hit the upper envelope at 404. I've been suggesting again shell sort trade to my patrons with the very first target at 414 for 414 US dollar, because from there we can see a gap up that needs to be fulfilled. Also in terms of cycles, we see a perfect cyclicity. Right now, if we analyze the second cycle, the red curve is still above the azure one, which obviously is a positive signal. But if we analyze the Magnus cycles, where I've changed the parameters in order to get rid of the noise, we see that the white curve is still above the upper threshold. What happened in the past when we have experienced the white curve above the upper threshold and getting with the slope getting negative, okay, so moving downwards, what we have experienced is actually a strong movement, like, for example, for the previous cycle from 70 US dollar till actually 35 US dollar. So same it will be happening for Tesla. I've been stating that between 400 and 500 US dollar will be experiencing a very strong rebound for Tesla. I do believe the one that we have experienced right now is not the final one. We should be expecting another drop till at least this area, okay, between 500 and 400 US dollar. From there, we will see a strong rebound to then, which will be the B curve of an ABC pattern, and then a new movement downwards. Okay, guys, if you want to receive our trading signals generated on stocks, cryptos and forex, and also our on-demand analysis, then you might want to join our growing community on Patreon. Thank you, guys.